Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Ketubot page 98, which discusses a situation where the woman sells part of her husband's estate in order to be able to collect the Ketubot. Now let's say that she is entitled, based on her Ketubot, to collect 200 zuz, $200. And she takes her husband's field and sells a field which is actually worth 200, but she only gets 100 for it. So in that situation, we say, we're sorry, you made a bad business deal, and therefore you had land which was worth 200, and now that you sold it for less, that's it, you're not able to collect any more. How about the opposite situation? What happens if she had land which is only worth 100, and somehow she was able to make this great deal and sell it for 200? So in this situation, unfortunately not in her favor, we say that the orphans, the children, will be the ones that will benefit. Even though she was able to make this great business deal, we say it all depends on the one who is literally holding the money, which is the children. And therefore, for that reason, even though she made this great deal, the reality is that she has the 200 that she got, even though the sale was, again, a great sale because the land was really only worth 100. So the law is that she gets the 200 and that's it. Now in this, the Talmud over here tells us something interesting. It says it actually depends if you have someone do your agency, does your shlichut for you. Sometimes we'll actually split the profits, unlike the case we just mentioned. And it depends if the item that's being purchased is something in which has a set price. And the Talmud here gives an example of legumes, beans, which are filled up in a specific cup. So because that is exactly how it's sold for a specific price, so if the store owner, for whatever reason, would give the agent more of these legumes, more beans, obviously he's giving it to this person as a gift. And therefore the question therefore stands, who is he giving this to? Who is he gifting it to? It's possible he likes this person in front of him in his store. It's also possible he knows that this is an agent and he likes the person who this guy's doing his work for him. And therefore we say that those two people split those profits. However, when it comes to something like land, that is not something which has necessarily a set price. The price fluctuates. It can go up and can go down. Also, it depends on the individual purchaser. They may have a certain desire to purchase your land more than someone else, and therefore the price could be higher or lower. This is something which does not have a set amount. Now in this, the Talmud says, in that case, we always go after the one who is actually holding on to the money. So we see from here, again, depending on what item is being purchased by the agent, will determine whether or not, if there is a benefit that was received, whether or not the agent gets some or nothing. Which leads to the concept of economics, that you may very well have someone that is working for you, like this agent, and it seems like they're doing a really great job and they're being very profitable, but at the end of the day, we have to go back to the original owner, the one who is the store owner, if you will, or the one who is the person in charge of this large company, the one who built it and took upon all the risks and hired you as their employee. Now, even though you as an employee, it's great that you're doing this work for them, and hopefully you're a dedicated employee and you'll be compensated well, but at the end of the day, we have to go back to the original owner. We have to recognize that where the money starts from, where it comes from, and therefore, under certain circumstances, like we see here, the profit goes to them.